Riotbox here and welcome back to another MotoGP 19 career mode. So this time we are going to be heading out to the San Marino Grand Prix where we have joined a brand new team. We have joined Suzuki. I thought, you know what, I may as well. Next season we're going to settle down and go with the same team for the whole season. So, you know what, for this episode, well, the rest of this season, our first season of MotoGP, I thought I would switch it up and head and go for a brand new team. So we're headed to Suzuki. We could have gone for them last time, but I went for Pramac. Got a few wins with Pramac, and now we're on Suzuki, which is a slightly better bike than the Pramac. So we should find ourselves battling for some high positions. The team wants to get top 5 in qualifying, so high expectations from Suzuki, but that's the only way they are going to improve. So we are here in the practice session, trying to get straight into Q2. So let's head out, do some development tests, and see what the lap times are like. So here we go. Going out the final corner, 44.1 is the time we've got to beat. Are we going to be able to do it on the Suzuki? We are in wet weather conditions, of course, and we're on a brand new bike, and it is the return of the anti-wheelie curse. So I'm going to have to upgrade the anti-wheelie system as soon as possible on this GP bike for the Suzuki team. But anyway, let's head straight to qualifying then. That should be enough to see us into Q2. So, we did actually get quickest overall. Mir made it in. No, we didn't make it in. Aleix, Espargaro and Morbidelli made it into Q2. So, not what you want for Mir, but Rins is straight up there in 4th place. So, it's going to be another damp qualifying session. Hopefully, the race isn't like this, because I'm not keen on these wet races. But anyway, let's head out on track and see what we can do for our first qualifying with the Suzuki team. Here we go then, coming out the final corner, a little bit wide, missed the apex slightly, but because of the wet weather, I think we can get away with it. Popping a massive wheelie, we're not going to get away with that, but what is the lap time? It's another quick sub 1 minute 40 lap time, so what can the rest of the field do? Are they able to beat the time? No, they're not. We are massively quicker, so that is absolutely perfect for us. So wet weather on this bike, we're incredible. This bike absolutely loves the wet track. We love this bike in the wet. So what can we do come the race? I mean, do we go for medium? No, I'm gonna go for softs. I'm just gonna go choose the right one. Brand new set of softs for the race. That'll do, I think. I'm not even sure how long this race is, but what's everyone else gone for? Bet they've gone for mediums. Nope, softs all around. Rossi with a medium rear, so that could be interesting. Pole position for our brand new team. First race debut with Suzuki, and we're already on pole position. This is what Suzuki want. We've got Rins there as well. So Suzuki are rejoicing here this season, come the end of our first MotoGP season. We're helping them on their way. Let's see what the start is like then. Going to have to manage that throttle. I think it's going to be about a 6-lap race, 7-lap race. That is a long race. And we're popping a wheelie still. Can't control that wheelie. Contact with Marquez into turn 1. Vinales rams us from behind. Just about managed to stay onto the bike, and Valentino comes through, and down Valentino goes. He just came charging through. That is absolutely crazy stuff from the doctor. Don't usually see him miscalculate like that. I'm going to get a screenshot for the thumbnail. Right, on the brakes then as we unpause it. Rins is underneath of us, our teammate, and now here comes Dovizioso. Almost clips the back of Alex Rins. Marquez is gone. I can't afford to get into a battle, or else Marquez will go, but then we can't afford to not be able to try and go with Marc Marquez, as he is really strong. But we were really strong in terms of pace in qualifying, so can we translate that into some race pace? So far we haven't had the best of starts, but looks like we're getting a good run underneath of Dovizioso. Can't hold it on the brakes as Rins goes deep, Dovi goes kind of deep. We follow Dovi. Nakagami goes down on that Honda. Must be struggling out there. Come on, Dovi. Trying to tuck in his slipstream. It's kind of difficult when you got all the spray from the wet tyre. Oh, that is horrendously wide. Get back on track. Get back on track, lad. Come on. Dovi looks quick and impatient. He's going to be trying to get past Rins at any moment. I'm popping a wheelie. I'm struggling with the rideability of this bike. This bike is quick, but it has no rideability, if you remember the R&D stats from before this race. Get that front wheel down. I need to upgrade the anti-wheelie. Marquez with fastest lap of the race. We're coming to turn number 1 for the second time. This time we hit it at full racing speed, not just start line speed. Look at Dovi all over the back of Rins. Rins is under attack. I'm going to try and go with him. We need to try and beat Rins, our teammate. You do want to be the top Suzuki man. Don't want to be beaten by a teammate. Your first rival is always your teammate. We're already beating Mir, but Rins, he's the man on form. He's the one to beat here at the Suzuki team. Look at Dovi. He is trying to find a way past Rins, and we're trying to follow and catch back up to the back of him. Look, Dovi's just shoved Rins out wide completely. We don't have the pace to bridge the gap, but Dovi, he's just cleared Alex Rins. Is Rins going to come back at him? This looks kind of tight. Look at Dovi running it wide. Rins is going to cut back and get a good run. I'm going to try follow suit. We got a really good run. Can we get past our teammate Rins? I'm going to send one up the inside. Oh, I'm not going to be able to send it up the inside and then move around deep. Oh, we should have just committed, I think. Should have just tried to commit as we're coming down in 13. That was a good run through there. Much better than the previous lap. Obviously, we ran wide on the previous lap. Come on, try and stick it with them. Struggling with that rear. Everyone seems to have much better wet race pace than they did in qualifying. On the brakes, we're kind of closing in, but it feels kind of unsteady on the brakes right now through that sector especially. 0.8 of a second is the gap behind. Ah, oh, come on. Vinales is the man behind us, so I can't focus on behind. I need to push on. I need to get Rins. We can literally reach out into the monitor and grab him. Rins is running deep. This could be our chance. Rins has run deep there. A little mistake there from Alex Rins. Going to give us an opportunity. Is he going to run it deep again? I don't think he is. I think he is. We all followed Dovi wide. We followed each other and made the same mistake. That's crazy. Come on. Let's get Rins. Absolutely send it into turn 11. Oh, look at that run. Look at that run. Into 12. Oh, not quite able to make it work on the curves, and it sends us wide. Extend the final corner. Trying to keep the front wheel down. 37.8 from Marquez. We do 38.5. So about 7/10 of a second off of that sort of time. Now the tyres are starting to wear, making it increasingly difficult. We had good qualifying pace, weren't able to translate it into race pace, and we're now 1.2 seconds off of the back of our teammate Alex Rins, who is closing in on Dovi actually. Rins runs out wide again. Is that a little bit of a miracle? There's a dry line starting to form as well, so if we follow that we should be quicker, but we need to make sure we follow it. 0.6 is the gap to Rins, and we're again, everyone's following Dovi out wide. Dovi's looking to bridge the gap to Marquez, and I think he might be able to do it. I don't think me and Rins can bridge that gap, but if we can try and go with him, that would be good. Oh, the curb kicks us out wide again. Here we go then, come around the final corner. Let's see if we can push it a bit on these next few laps. We've got plenty of tyre life left. I think 37.5 from Valentino, from Marquez. We go quicker again by a couple of tenths, so constantly improving. The track must be getting quicker. We run it deep into turn 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good round there. Oh, 1.8 seconds is the gap to Rins now. We are losing touch with our teammate. We've gone past the limit, I think, and it's costing us. I can't keep with them. Man, this AI is difficult. I think we're on 110% or something like that. So if we can push it to 120%, that'll be good. But in these wet conditions, it's super difficult. Rins is running it wide. This time we don't run it wide like Rins does. Is that going to help us? I don't know. That wide line might be quicker, especially in the wet. Polar Spyro goes down then on the KTM. Not what he wants in his race, to be honest. 1.3 seconds is the gap, so we closed him in a little bit through that sector. Can we keep this momentum going? Can we just do it? Oh, look at that rear tyre trying to go. Round the final corner, Mazzano. Keep that wheelie down, 37.1 from Marquez. 37.4 from us, so that's a better lap time. That's much better, much more on the money. Keep it calm and composed, and we should. If we can do another lap like that, we might be all over the back of Rins and might be able to overtake him on the final lap. So no pressure. Let's just quieten down and just ride the bike, shall we? Oh, fuck, as I say that, we run so wide. It is unreal. It's tricky, these conditions, to keep the consistent pace. Really is tricky. I'm struggling to manage the wheeling as well on this bike. We had it down to a T on the Duke. And we're running deep there. You can really turn it quick at that hairpin though, so you really get away with it, I think. Oh my god, we're so wide there. Like I say, it's so difficult on the limit. If it was dry tyres, it'd be so much more easier. I think the bike would be a lot more stable. Like I say, this bike is quick, but it's not very rideable. It's like taming a beast. Very twitchy in these wet conditions, and the throttle is very wheelie-like. And Rins is losing touch with Dovizioso. A proper race, a proper battle. Dovi 36.7. That is how. I mean, the track must be getting quicker because I've done another 37 lap time, and I think Rins is going even quicker than that up ahead. You can see there's more of a dry line starting to form. You can see the riders actually starting to take different lines, so that's interesting to see as well. It's still quite wet in this little sector, maybe why we're struggling a little bit. Look at that rear tyre. 2.4 seconds is the gap to Rins. The guy behind can't touch us, so we're not doing too bad. P4 though, I'd have liked to have beaten Rins, and I'd have loved to get a podium in our first race for Suzuki. But we can always do better next time. Look at us trying to put the power down out of there. Another wheelie. Another bloody wheelie. Should get into turn 11. A little bit wide. The front isn't gripping like it was earlier on in the race. Look at that. How have we got a corner cut there? The curb chucked us so wide off the track. And then we get a corner cut. We're going to get another one here. Oh, half a second. That's horrendous. Bring it home then. Hopefully the penalty doesn't affect us. I don't think it will. So wide. Marquez absolutely dominates here, followed closely by Dovizioso. Then it's Rins, our teammate, and then we round it off in 4th place. As long as Vinales wasn't half a second behind us, which he wasn't, they were able to break into 36s. We weren't quite able to. Vinales went pretty quick on that last lap. So a pretty interesting result then. We move up past Valentino now, 2nd of the championship. We've got Marquez closing in with that win, so can we hold on to 2nd place in the championship, or even 3rd place? That would be good. I want to beat Valentino. That has to be the aim. But anyway, that's been it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed them, smash the like button, share it around your friends, and do not forget to subscribe for more F1 and MotoGP career mode.